Your name just came up. I'm taking a real risk by telling you this, because somewhere in your world right now, two people are in the middle of a conversation you have no idea is happening. And it isn't light. It isn't the kind of exchange where someone mentions you in passing and then moves on. This is the kind of conversation that begins somewhere else entirely and ends up being completely, entirely about you. Because the person in that room who truly knows you, they cannot hold it together the moment your name enters the space. They go still, just for a beat. Like your name asks something of them, like they have to gather themselves before they can do anything useful with it. And then they begin talking, and they do not stop. I want you to sit with that for a moment, because what I'm sensing right now is so precise, so particular, that I need you to actually feel it before I explain any of it. This person is in a room with someone else, and every single time your name leaves their mouth, something changes in their expression. Their voice carries a different weight, and the other person sitting across from them is watching all of it unfold, quietly recalibrating everything they thought they understood about you. Because the one who knows you isn't giving a summary. They aren't keeping it brief. They are painting the entire portrait, every layer, every texture, every detail, as though they have been holding all of it inside, waiting for someone to finally ask. And no one even had to ask. The words just poured out. Here is what is actually unfolding in that room right now. This person is speaking about what you went through. The difficult stretch. Yes, that one. Whatever shape it took in your particular life. The unraveling, the disorder, the sensation of the floor dropping out from under you. They know the full weight of it. They understand what it cost. And they are telling the other person something that genuinely matters. They are saying, this could have broken someone. This would have broken most people. But it did not break you. And that is the detail they keep returning to. That is the thing they cannot move past. You kept walking through all of it, every single piece of it. When there were 100 legitimate reasons to stop, when there was every justification in the world to sit down and say, I cannot carry this any further. You never said that. You just kept going. And to this person, that is not simply something they find impressive. It is the thing that permanently shifted their entire sense of what a human being is actually capable of enduring. You altered their reference point for strength. Before you existed in their life, they held one picture of what resilience looked like. After you, that picture is completely different, and here is the part that truly moves me. Before you came into their world, this person had quietly made certain internal decisions about what was available to them, about how much hope was reasonable to hold, about what they had permission to expect from people, from life, from connection. They had scaled their expectations down to a size that felt survivable. And then you arrived, not with any intention to transform them. I don't believe that for a second. You were simply being who you are. Your specific manner of moving through hardship, your particular quality of showing up even when everything in you might have wanted to disappear. And they watched that, and something sealed inside them cracked open. That heart that had learned to stay guarded. You made it inconvenient for it to stay that way. You make it difficult for people to cling to a small version of things when you are near. Something in the way you exist makes people want to believe in more than they believed in before they knew you. And this person is now fully aware of that truth about themselves. They are completely clear on what happened when you entered their life. They know that you are a before and an after for them. That is not dramatic language. That is not an exaggeration. You are the dividing line between two distinct chapters of their story. So they are sitting in that room, giving this other person the entire before and after, every detail. And the other person is sitting there thinking, I see it now. I understand. And what fills the room underneath all of it is this current of protectiveness that runs beneath everything being said. This person is not holding anything back. They are speaking about the unfair parts, the specific people or circumstances that were aimed at you in ways you did not deserve. The ones who saw you in an unsteady moment and treated that as an opening, who viewed your vulnerability as a resource, who had a particular investment in making you smaller, more manageable, less than you actually are. And when they reach that section of your story, something changes in them. They sharpen, quietly, visibly. Something inside them ignites. And there is a moment where the composed version of them is trying to hold it together, but not quite succeeding, because their protective feeling toward you is not simply the ordinary response of a decent person who dislikes injustice. It is more charged than that, more specific, more like, how could anyone look at who you are and think they had the right? How could anyone encounter the fullness of you and conclude you were something to be made smaller? That is the energy living in that room right now. Pure, uncomplicated, barely contained fury on your behalf. And then right after the fury, they pivot. The entire atmosphere of the room shifts the moment they do, because they arrive at who you are right now. This version, the one standing where you are standing today. Not the version from inside the difficulty, not the one still in the thick of it, the one who came all the way through to the other side, the one that exists in this present moment. And when they get there, there is this transformation in them, like watching someone's entire face rearrange itself. The heaviness simply lifts. What replaces it is something I can only describe as radiance, because this is their favorite part of your story. This is the chapter they could return to endlessly. You, standing in your full power, not waiting for circumstances to align, not waiting for permission, not still bent under the weight of what was done to you, just standing fully in everything you actually are, with all your clarity, all your tools, all the hard-won understanding of yourself, with more genuine access to who you are than you have ever possessed before. And this person is in that room trying to convey that to someone who may not see you regularly. And they keep saying things like, "No, I don't think you're understanding me." The person I'm describing isn't simply okay after everything they lived through. They are standing in more power than they have ever had. You need to understand. This person is something to witness right now. And they mean every word of it, every single word. But here is what I need you to truly hear. This person is not being subtle about you, not even slightly. And I don't mean that unkindly. I mean it with full warmth. They are so visibly, so helplessly drawn to you, and they are operating under the impression that no one around them can detect it. Everyone can detect it. The other person in the room can detect it. I can detect it. And I am not even physically there. And here is the part that keeps catching them off guard. Every so often, something slips out. Something a little too detailed, a little too close, a little too warm for what was supposed to be a neutral description of someone they happen to know. And the moment it slips out, they notice it themselves. They catch it, pull back slightly, return to the composed version. But the other person caught it too, and they are absolutely not saying a word about it. They're just sitting there, quietly registering. Oh, so it's like that. Understood. It is very much like that. This person wants to have a direct, real conversation with you, not filtered through anyone else, not as background noise in someone else's exchange, some version of everything they keep saying in that room. They want to say directly to your face. They haven't done it yet. And here is where I genuinely have to stop myself from smiling, because they are rehearsing right now. Possibly even while they're in the middle of this very conversation, running different versions of how to reach out, testing different opening lines, worrying about the exact phrasing, wondering how to come across as someone worth your time, someone intelligent, someone you would actually take seriously, someone you would recognize as significant. And the thing is, people do not rehearse conversations with people who are unimportant to them. People do not lose sleep over word choice with someone they could take or leave. The volume of nervous energy going into crafting this opening line is directly proportional to the degree to which you matter to them. And it is an enormous volume of nervous energy, which means you matter enormously, not a little, not in some containable way, enormously, and beneath all of it, beneath the awe, the protectiveness, the way it keeps showing up on their face no matter how hard they try to manage it, there is simply missing you. This person misses you in a way that doesn't pause, not in an occasional, sometimes something reminds me of you kind of way. In a you are woven into the background of my ordinary days kind of way. Things happen, and you are the first person their mind turns toward. Not the second, the first. Before the thought is even fully formed, they have already moved in your direction. Sometimes they do not reach out. Maybe there are circumstances, maybe there is distance, maybe there is timing, or some specific situation that applies to whatever is true in your particular life as you hear this. But the turning toward you happens regardless, every time. Without their choosing it. It simply happens. And here's the specific thing I want you to hold on to. They are not missing a version of you that no longer exists. They are not grieving who you used to be. They are missing exactly who you are right now. This version, today, after everything. The one who came through it all and is standing on the other side. That is the one they keep returning to in their mind. That is the one they keep turning toward. You probably do not walk around feeling this on ordinary days. You most likely don't. You are probably just living your life, tending to whatever is directly in front of you, moving through things the way you do. And you don't walk around with a conscious awareness of being someone's great love, or someone's most treasured conversation, or the person who cracked open another person's entire inner world. But you are. That is precisely what your name is doing in that room right now. And I need you to receive that seriously, not for their sake, for yours. Because you spent real time in real conversations, in real situations that worked very hard to tell you something different, that made a specific investment in convincing you that you were less, that you were smaller, that you should accept what was being offered because you weren't deserving of more. And you came all the way through that. You are not going to come all the way through that and then keep walking around inside the version of yourself that those situations were trying to leave you with. That is not how this works. You are the name that requires a pause. You are the person someone is in a room right now attempting to explain. and running out of language. Because you do not fit inside ordinary description. You are the one they cannot state plainly, cannot reduce, cannot make casual, cannot keep from appearing on their face every time they try. And here is where I have to be straightforward with you. You have been waiting for permission. You have been waiting for someone to finally confirm what you already know to be true. But that ache, the ache of waiting to be chosen, it is transforming into something different now. It is becoming the catalyst for something radical. It is becoming the thing that drives you to finally choose yourself. Not as an afterthought, not as a consolation, as the primary event, as the person who matters most, to yourself. Because an unfiltered, honest, direct conversation is the deepest form of real intimacy there is. Not grand displays from a distance, not quiet admiration that never speaks. A nervous, honest, direct conversation, face to face. Two people showing up as they actually are, without armor, speaking what is true for them. That is what you are waking up to. That is what you are beginning to require. And if this person who is in that room right now, rehearsing their opening line, can find the courage to have that conversation, that becomes information, that becomes clarity, that becomes the moment you realize you have been waiting for someone brave enough to meet you where you already stand. Maybe they will find that courage. Maybe they will reach out. Maybe that conversation will finally happen. But whether it does or whether it doesn't, one thing remains absolutely true. You survived something that would have broken most people. And that survival was not a punishment. It was not an accident. It was protection. It was evidence of a strength so deeply rooted that nothing has been able to reach it. Not them, not any of it. That dark stretch wasn't a sentence. It was a proving ground. And you are still here. You came through to the other side, whole. More yourself than you have ever been, standing in more power than you have ever held. That is not something to speak quietly about. That is something to claim loudly. That is your truth. And here is what I need you to understand about all of this. Love by itself is not enough. That is the difficult part, the recognition of a soul connection. That is real. The feeling this person carries toward you, that is real. But without action, without someone brave enough to actually close the distance and have the conversation and show up in the tangible world, not just in their thoughts, not just in a room talking to someone else about you, it remains potential. It stays as something beautiful that never fully arrives, and you are finished with beautiful things that never fully arrive.